and welcome to Linden. Thank you for taking the time to be part of our celebration today. I am Liz Armstrong, the mayor of Linden. We are gathered here on the very ground where Linden's rich history first took root. Some of the earliest structures here in our town date back to the 1830s, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who came before us. As we reflect on our beginnings, it is important to honor the contributions of key figures who helped shape our community. Consider Warner, Evan Harris, Seth Sadler, and Samuel W. Warren, just a few of the many names responsible for establishing and developing this community, with a grist mill and a sawmill on the banks of the river. It was the start of a flourishing economy, and Linden became a center for buggy and barrel manufacturing, cement production, and foundry work. To date, the Shiawassee River and the Linden Mill continue to draw people to Linden. Today, we honor that history by taking the first steps to ensure that this building will continue to serve our community for generations to enjoy. Whether you have lived in Linden your entire life or recently moved here, you know this community is special and how much this building means to our community. I'd like to recognize and thank my fellow elected officials, city staff, community leaders, including Representative Mike Mueller, members of the boards and commissions, representatives from our project partners, contractors, residents, the Linden Mills Historical Society, and all of you for joining us here today. This project would not be possible without the dedication and teamwork of so many who care deeply about preserving the history and character of our city and our treasure, the Mill Building. Together, we're not just preserving history, we're making it accessible to everyone. With the Mill Building's ADA upgrades, we're opening doors literally and figuratively to a brighter, more inclusive future for all. The Linden Library and our cherished historical museum will now be truly accessible to every member of our community. Thank you for your continued support. Let's keep making our city a place where history, progress, and people come together. Next, I'm going to introduce our council, and if you would please stand up when I call your name. Brad Dick, Mayor Pro Tem. Councilor Pam Howe. Councilor Denise Miller. Councilor Tom Hicks. Councilor Brenda Simons. And if we could all please give a large round of applause for our city staff. Without them and without you, none of this is possible today. Thank you guys so much for everything you do every day for this city. Our additional guests of honor include our project partners, as well as representation from State Rep Mike Mueller's office, who was pivotal in making this project possible by securing grant funding through the state of Michigan, administered by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, MEDC. Can we get a round of applause for Mike Mueller? And next up to speak, please welcome State Representative Mike Mueller or his representative, Michael Moon.
Put me on the spot here today. I wasn't expecting to speak, but Mother always said I had a face for radio, and now you can see why. So, but yeah, Rep Mueller couldn't be here today. He's got session, so he sent me, and his wife Angie also brought extra donuts. So if anybody needs extra donuts, she's got them in the back of her car. But Rep Mueller just wanted to say, you know, this is his hometown, so anything we need to do to help out Linden, we're always gonna do it. So, but I appreciate, I recognize a lot of the faces out here. I've spoken with you several times. Sometimes great, sometimes not so great, but that's how it goes. But I'd like to thank you guys for, having us here, and go Linden.
Please help me welcome a representative from the project management firm, Cunningham Limp.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Sam Ashley. I'm the president of Cunningham Limp. We're really honored to be here. This project is special to us. It was actually a previous project that really brought us in connection. Don Grice had reached out to us because we had finished a historic preservation mill project in Glen Arbor. So when we saw the opportunity to really partner with Linden on this project, it really took a special place in our hearts. Our project teams here, Alex, Dave, raise your hands. These are the folks that are going to do the real work. They asked me to come up and speak, and I think it's because they didn't want to, but we really are honored to be a part of this project. We know how important this is to the community. We really focus on working on legacy projects, and what that means is it's not our legacy, it's our client's legacy, and we know how important this building is to the community. It's in great hands, and we'll take great care of it. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your project.
And next up is Jackie Hoist from H2A Architects.
Good morning. What a beautiful day we have today to celebrate this. I've had this distinct pleasure to help facilitate the work on the historic Linden Mill. Not my first time in Linden, but certainly one of the most enjoyable times I've had here. The mill has so faithfully served this community for over 150 years now, and this community is so dedicated to this mill to cherish it and protect it and to restore it as part of their historic fabric here. These folks are just amazing how much they care for their historic properties here. At least 5 generations have been witness to the services that this mill has provided to the community, and its original constructors had laid stones to form its foundations along that river. Their ability to construct such a long-standing building is just a testament to the resourcefulness and ingenuity of the people in this place. The mill was last restored around 1960. That was 65 years ago now, and it's ready for rejuvenation. And our journey to once again restore this nationally acknowledged treasure began when we conducted extensive measurements and recording all of its features. We looked at and recorded the heavy hewn oak timber columns and beams and the rough sawn lumber joists and all the planking and siding that were all working together in strength to serve this community for over that century. Our investigation also included very modern technology, such as laser scanning of the structure to aid in the analysis of its structural capabilities at this point in its life. We recorded its leans and its twists. We took samples of the wood and we analyzed them for their species and strength, and we looked at the stone and mortar and made observations of it and considered the effects of the water movement at the base of the mill. And that was all part of the design process for restoration. The conditions of the soil underneath the mill were tested, along with those that were alongside the mill. And this level of examination allowed the team to determine how to arrest the deterioration and how to establish the mill onto a good foundation to support it for many years. Our challenges, you heard, included creating accessibility throughout the mill, integrating an elevator for all the members of the community to take part in the functions on every level, and to integrate those accessible restrooms throughout the building and provide safety upgrades to the structure and stairwell were all significant challenges. The need for an addition became evident as we studied our options to integrate those modern components into this historical context, and many hours were spent studying the various design options and weighing the visual impact on the historic mill. Your local boards labored over appropriate decisions that would have lasting effects on the users and the community. And today we're here with great excitement about what is about to begin, just as the community did in 1850 and 1960 and now in 2025. Today, a year of planning labors now gives way to the revival of the mill, soon to be again ready to welcome those next generations for years to come. Thank you.
We will now hear from one of the many engineers on the project. Please, and one of the engineers that would like to speak, come up and speak, please.
Exactly.
Looks like Ed Colito wants to come speak today. He's always a good time. All right. Well, we want to thank, how about just a round of applause for our engineers. There were so many that got us to this point, and if you have participated in this project, if you would please raise your hand so that everyone can acknowledge you with a round of applause. If you have participated in this project, please. Thank you so much. At this time, I would also like to thank the city's engineering firm, Road Professional Services. They're here with us today as well. We will now perform the ceremonial turning of the soil. If we could please have all my fellow council members, as well as all those that are involved in the project.
I know, I see that.
One more hard hat. That's perfect. Nope, thank you. You're good. Grab your shovel. They do the heavy lifting. I'll just take a picture of it. That's too small. You can adjust it. There you go. I'll help you. Oh, we know you would do it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, now, would be heavy weight off boys and girls.
Yeah, that's great. We're gonna get on there. All right.
Here, Brenda here, and Don.
Put your hand up. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, Bill.
Alright, now I want to get one with my phone, and I also want a video of you guys
Okay. Where are we going?
I instantly want to put my foot up here, but.
Tell us when.
Alright, are you guys ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Do we get it? Can we get one with the
Oh, all right.
Yeah, probably 2 more.
Yeah, you can just put the hard hat. It's really nice.